full of frustrated, irritated, and confused residents packed Kempner City Hall Tuesday night.
If we are in Kempner, we're stuck in this membership.
I'm in a third world country, and the water's better than a third world country.
And we're running to get water. We're changing our daily lives.
There's something wrong with the water. If I would have known, I would have never moved here.
It is time that someone listen to us and someone do something.
This didn't happen overnight. Where were they? What were they doing?
The fiery meeting held after months of water issues like dirty and smelly water, with our neighbors still under a boil notice with no end in sight. Kempner Water Supply has yet to announce a permanent fix, forcing the city and even state leaders to step in.
We heard some really good information from Representative Spiller and Representative Buckley on what's been done, not only by their offices to look into the situation and try to find resolve, but what has and has not been done by the Kempner Water Supply Corporation.
State Representative David Spiller and Mayor J.W. Wilkerson making it clear at the meeting they're interested in a resolution, not pointing fingers. The solution that was brought up again and again: funding. Kempner Water needs funding, programs, and grants to start footing the bill for infrastructure projects. But as Spiller says, someone has to apply for it. As applications have closed for next year, the earliest Kempner Water could apply again is 2025, but it still wouldn't go into effect until 2026.
Last time they applied for any grants was 0506. And so that's kind of some big issues for me. And I think it was a big issue for a lot of the people that were here last night to hear.
This meeting, the first of many, but our community holding out hope that it's a sign something may change.
We took action together as a community. Yes. And so we appreciate y'all backing us up. It's time for a change, and the Kempner board is going to hear from all of us. So.
I'm Allison Hill, your neighborhood reporter in Lampasas. We've been covering the ongoing water issues in Kempner for weeks. Now our neighbors in Lampasas are experiencing the same thing.
Water. It's an essential part of our day-to-day lives. But our neighbors in Kempner and Lampasas are stuck with this discolored water.
How much longer? How much longer are we buying water? How much longer do we need to be concerned about our children?
Both cities recently converting from chloramine to free chlorine in an effort to kill off the manganese metal and organics found in Stillhouse Hollow Lake. Between the manganese, organics, and high levels of chlorine, their water is not only brown, but it stinks.
The water became so discolored, and it actually smelled like a lake. It does have a very high chlorine content. In fact, you turn on the shower or the bathtub and it smells like you're in an enclosed hot tub at a hotel.
Because of that, the city had to flush out the pipes. I went out with the public works team to watch how they do it. This is what it looks like. One of the last chances to clean out the sediment in pipes to remove leftover manganese making its way through our water system. While this is a nightmare for our neighbors now, the city tells me the water quality will be significantly better once this is all completed. Still, Mesra says this has been going on for too long, and it feels too little, too late.
I do love our community. I don't want to shine a bad light on our community. There are so many wonderful things about Lampasas, Texas. But this one could use a little help. And I don't know what that looks like or what is going to have to happen for this to be addressed. I just know that it has to be, because this cannot go on for even 3 or 4 more months. It needs to be finished now.
The city has finished flushing the lines. This is one of the last areas to be flushed. Crews have been working on it for over 2 weeks. In Lampasas, I'm your neighborhood reporter, Allison Hill.
Well, I mean, it's been a whole year since the last time this happened. And in my mind, I'm thinking we shouldn't be able to recall in recent memory the last time that our community was completely without water.
From a broken main line and a stage 5 water conservation notice to no water in a frustrated community this week comes an announcement from the city of Lampasas saying our drinking water exceeds the maximum contaminant level for another quarter this year.
This community needs help finding resolution. Obviously, you've heard me say that before. This is an ongoing thing that has been happening for many years.
I reached out several times to the city for an interview and never heard back. But its water notice obtained by 25 News from a resident says triethylamine levels are up. That's a chemical which can form when chlorine is used to clean drinking water and mixes with natural minerals in the water. The current level of 0.0811 is just above the normal level of under 0.08 milligrams per liter. The concern: long-term exposure can affect the liver, kidneys, central nervous system, and may increase cancer risk. For Maysira, this is the end of the line.
I have not trusted our water for a very long time. And I think it's just a matter of time before we start seeing extreme negative medical side effects if somebody doesn't actually do something about it.
Although crews have repaired the main line and water is starting to make its way to homes again, Maysira says there is still no long-term fix, and she doesn't know how much longer our neighbors can go on like this.
To fix these issues, take them up even if they include red tape, because I know that was a concern, and actually follow through with it. Because I think what's following next is probably a class action lawsuit, if not something more severe, because it's bordering on criminal how much they are ignoring or pacifying or band-aiding the serious water issues in our community.